Here's part 9 of our conversation with Bill Champlin. I'm John Beaudin from Rock History Music. Bruce Bain says, "What was it like going from Peter Cetera to Jason? What was the vibe like? Because I mean, that's heavy shoes to fill, you know."
Oh yeah. It's like I had worked with Jason before on some other stuff.
You knew him before?
Yeah, I knew him before. Actually, it was Tamara that basically called him and told him, you know, hey, the Suds. I can't remember where. I might have been in treatment, believe it or not. And I'd worked. Jason was playing bass with Carmen Grillo on it, and I just said play piano with him for one date in Santa Monica. So I kind of knew him, and I was hanging out in rehearsal and realized here's one funny motherfucker. This guy's just kicking the ass. But and we did the gig, and all was fine and dandy. And then we lost Peter. Peter, you know, I guess whatever meeting they had, I don't even know what it is. But Peter was gone, right? And then everybody was like looking for different cats. And Tamara was doing a vocal date, and Jason was on the date. She said, "Hey, you should take a shot at this. You're in the right range, and you play bass. Come on, this is built for you." And he just said, "Oh, there's no way that'll ever happen." But him and Buzzy Featon had written a song together, and they submitted the song to Warner Brothers to play for Peter Cetera on his solo album. I think it was called "Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now." And it was a pretty good little version. And I think Lenny Waronker heard it, and he called the guys and said, "Listen, I don't know about this song, but I'll tell you one thing. This guy's got the pipes. Got the pipes for this gig." And yeah, Jason did a good job. It caught him by surprise. He had to do different things. He was being asked to do different things. I don't think that were all that natural for him, like sound like somebody else. You know, and Peter can take his keys down as much as a fourth, and it's still Peter. You know what I mean? So most of the singers that sing with Chicago have to sing it up in that dog whistle range, really high range that Peter had when he was a kid. But I'll tell you, Peter Cetera is, to me, he's a really good friend. I never lost touch with him. I know they had their issues. They had their issues when the band was together, but I always liked him. I got along with him great. And Jason's a pal. We've done a lot of stuff together. And I think Jason had a pitch problem, I think, for almost the whole time he was in Chicago. He's just a little pitchy. But now that he's out of Chicago, his pitch is dead on the money. All the stuff that I've done with him since then, he's swinging and he's doing great, playing better bass. He's singing better. Once he's out of that, you got to do this and you got to do this and you got to sound like this and you got to look like this.
That does something to you, I think. I think that does something.
It makes you crazy is what it does. It just makes you absolutely nuts. I just realized at some point in the game, I don't need anybody's approval. I think that's what probably, first of all, being out of there where, everybody's approval was needed, being out of there and just doing my own scene. And I found for quite a few years after I left the band, I was going, well, I wonder what this person would think of this, or I hope this is okay with this, or with David Foster, or with anybody else. And finally, especially after going through what I went through, I don't give a shit. You can like it or not like it. It's not about you. It's about me. Yeah. I'm an artist. I do what I do. If you don't like it, then fine, go, It's like when somebody says, hey, listen, I don't like this television show. Take it off the air. No, just change the channel. Yeah. If you don't like how I'm singing or what I'm singing about or doing, somebody actually kind of mentions it. Why are you bothering to do a song? Why you keep talking about your son who passed away? There's a little maudlin. We don't want to hear that. We want to hear something cute.
People say that?
A few, not a lot. A couple of people. And my sister one time said to me, she says, Shelley Berman who's one funny guy. He was like pre-Bob Newhart. Great. He was a good actor. He was a great comedian, stand-up comedian. His son died. And at some point in the game, he says, don't let anyone tell you not to talk about him. Ever. It's part of your life. It's going to be part of your life. The fact that you miss him is obvious, but just don't ever let anybody tell you not that, hey man, he's gone. Why don't you shut up? Fuck you. You know, I got 2 words for you, and they're the same words in every language on the earth. You know what I mean? So, I mean, that's why Another Lies to me is like one of the kind of big moments on the record. It's really a personal moment. Yeah. My Time is a real personal moment. I kind of think that, you know, Living for Love and Reason to Believe are all pretty personal moments.
The Truth Has Begun. Love those keys starting off that. That's just, I'm going, there he is.
No, that's Matheson.
Really? Oh, no. I thought I kept going there.
Matheson to the max, you know. All I played, I played guitar, a little bit of guitar on that thing, rhythm guitar. And that's it pretty much. And then but Mark Russo took that song, and you know, by the time we got to the tag of that song, by the end of it, oh man, the plot sickens. You know, Russo is just as badass as it gets. He plays with the Doobies when they go out.
Yeah.
And has been for quite a few years. I've just been, he played with his sons. The Doobies were on a break one time. And I've just basically, we call on the phone every once in a while. We had a riff that was like, you know, I've been watching you and you suck. So I'll answer the phone. Haven't talked to him in 2 years. And I hear, God, you suck. I say, hey, Mark, how you doing?
How do you like me so far?
Get one of those guys, you know. He's just such a pal and such a funny dude.
That tune has a great groove, really nice.
Oh yeah, and you know, it's just a teeny bit. I hate to use the J word, but it's just a bit jazzy. I mean, the chorus has a certain thing to it. That's, I mean, that could probably get on a smooth jazz radio station, maybe. Not that I'm looking to try to get into musical wallpaper, but the thing happened pretty nice.
I left smooth jazz. I was doing smooth jazz. Well, I was doing smooth jazz when you came into the radio station in Calgary. That was The Breeze. And I had to leave because it just started killing me. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I thought 20% of it was great, but the other... It was just because I was a rocker, and that's why I went to Rock History Music and did this. I'm making way more money on YouTube than I ever did on the radio.
Yeah, I hear you.
My Time, is that about mortality?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I was so sick on so many levels for so long that.
How long, by the way? How long did that process?
It was a year of dealing with the cancer.
Yeah,
it took a year to deal with that, and I'm still dealing with it. I gotta go get a shot next Tuesday,
right?
You know, and I do it every 3 months, and it's like it's kind of whatever the stuff they give me is kind of nasty, but it's starving the cancer if it's still there. I mean, my PSAs are all still pretty low, and all that level is all really good. But you know, and then a couple of years before that, I had heart problems, and I had a pacemaker put in. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I've been through it enough times to where I've thought about it. It's like, whoa, I need to, if I'm going to say thanks, it's a good idea to say it while I'm alive. You know, I mean, there was a point there where I went, this shit may just take me out. This is, one doesn't really want to go there, but I mean, as you get older, you start thinking, hey, I'm closer to the end than I am to the front.